Traders, welcome to Price Action GPS. I'm the Market Surfer, here with your morning report for August 14th, 2023. Here's Monday's earnings right off the bat. It doesn't look like much. Tomorrow, Home Depot, interested in that. As I was last quarter, I wanted to see what their forecast was for after the earnings, or their outlook, their forward reports, their forward earnings. Last month, it was fine. I'm expecting our market to start rolling over and head to the downside. So I don't think earnings, good, bad, or indifferent, I think their forecasting and their forward guidance is all anyone's paying attention to. So Home Depot will be important tomorrow as far as, what else is on here? 10-cent music, that's interesting. So we'll look at that. Today, I don't think anything is today yet. Nothing scheduled for today. But tomorrow is U.S. retail sales. Retail sales minus autos. Import price index minus fuel. Empire State Manufacturing Survey. That should probably matter a lot. Business inventories will be important. I don't know about the Minneapolis Fed. And I'd like to talk about corporate debt, because corporate debt by like 2025, there's over $1 trillion in debt rolling over. And this is corporate debt. This is what most people think will crush the stock market before there was, banking crises and COVID. Everyone's worried about the corporate debt. They call them zombie companies or zombie corporations. Look that term up. Apple, Verizon, there's a lot of them that have a lot of debt. And they'll all be rolling over. I'm not going to read through this whole article, but I will include this article in the show notes. I just want to go down to... Get that one. Spill over high interest rates. We estimate that higher interest expense could reduce capex growth in 2024 and then 0.25 points in 2025. Labor costs grow. So this is actually very good. It's detailed and there's a lot in it, but I will leave it in the show notes. Basically, it just shows you that the interest rates going up, like everything else that has to do with debt, if the interest rate's higher the second time when you go to find more credit in this cycle, the interest is higher and they may not be able to afford that type of those type of terms. So this will hurt the stock market. This is where the growth stagnates because they don't have this money, because they're not getting it from the stocks, so they start getting it. You see how they manipulate the market to get the money they need, so they can't issue more stock because that would dilute the stock and make the price go down. So they get into debt. They corporate bonds and things like that, so they can bring in revenue, and it doesn't dilute the stock, but it does dilute the value of the stock. It just seems that we are in a place where no one cares. But like I said, as this debt unwinds and interest rates are higher, they probably won't be able to afford the new terms, and that will cause them to have lack of income coming in, and it will hurt the stock. So let's see which companies it starts affecting. Like I said, this will be in the show notes, and I will go right on to that was the news, right on the Bitcoin. Here we go. Bitcoin, that was a nice bottom right there. Didn't quite get to the top of that. Failed, but that looks like a nice level of support again. It went right to, I'd say that, I call that the waterline, say right there. It hit it, found some support. So we may take a run up to the 32,000 on Bitcoin. Dollar index, we're going to get to that 200 period moving average on the daily. Probably, just maybe not today. Let's see, go down to a 4 hour. Maybe come down to here. Tether still holding. Euro dollar, it looks like it's rolling over. So this looks like the dollar is going to get stronger against the euro right here. Well, according to that candlestick, we are under the moving average on the RSI, pretty low down here. This could roll over and head to the 200 moving average, 200 period moving average. I can look at any of that US 2-year. We found some support there, but it's right at resistance. We'll have to wait for that today because I got news. Not necessarily worried about the news. More worried about rollover from contract to contract like this. This is going to create havoc, at least for this market. I expect this to hit that 116, and that will create a lot of buying at the 116. And I think that's where either October 13th or this, I think everything's going to start falling apart. The ultra short, look at that. That's telling you this is going long. I'd expect it to close that gap. So $4. I mean, I have been buying more of this when it got to that level. So, see what happens. All the momentum would suggest it's still going up, but I would like a little pullback, but that may have been all the pullback it needed. Palantir, same thing. Wait for Palantir to finish its downturn, get some support before you try riding it to the upside. Starbucks, I think everything's on its way down. Spotify, PayPal, Generac were the ones I'm waiting for the bottom on. US 20 years still holding on. Look at that. You're getting 4% for 20 years. That's not bad. Everyone keeps complaining that the longer term isn't. I mean, 4%. 10 years ago, you're probably getting like 1.5%. So, Swift, Sean, hopefully you put your stop there because you were already in down here. And there's HBI. Haynes, it held that support there. We're already over. We're at the 5. I expect some support back down to say 474. And I'm probably going to get back in to there. And Apple's finishing its pattern. Get some support. We need a 3 top, but we need some type of pattern up here to suggest that this is momentum is finished to the upside. On the daily, it looks like we're heading to the downside, but if it finds some support down here, doesn't mean it's well, I wouldn't say finished its ride up. This could go up and down and sideways for, 6 months before it actually drops. And let's see what the news is saying. Likes above. Disney stock jumps 2% as Bob Iger vows to crack down on password sharing. I gotta be honest, we have the Disney, Hulu, ESPN Plus app, and ESPN Plus never works right. HBO Max, or what you just call Max now, the streaming sucks. It's grainy, very cheap. Like if you had, I have my TV's connected to the Ethernet, so it's not even like I have it on Wi-Fi. Like there's no reason for it to buffer or do all that, and yet it still does. So they have a lot of problems with quality and satisfaction. So I don't know. The news is only just to give me a feeling for what's going on. It doesn't rule and guide me. So with that being said, everyone, this is a value for value endeavor. If you find any value in this, please pass some value back, whether it's a comment, a like, a share, subscribe. If you're watching this on No Agenda Tube, you can always boost there. Although Alby Wallet, Firefox extension and Alby Wallet don't seem to work too well, so I'll have to get with my man, Sir Alex, and fix my stuff up a little better. But you could always boostagram. You could always just give us a comment back. Most importantly, you should probably go to podcastapps.com and download, I would say, Podverse or CurioCaster. They work well with video. I would say in the future, most things will be a la carte, and I'm here just to talk about price action and how I view the market. So if you find enjoyment and entertainment out of it, subscribe, give us thumbs up, feedback, Boostagram. I appreciate it. So once again, thanks everyone for their support. Thank you for your courage. Stay safe and effective, everybody. And I'll see you on Wednesday.